Hello there, lovely folks of YouTube, Ren here. I'm going to give you an August garden tour, but I'm going to warn you right now, my garden is a mess. An absolute hot mess. It has rained almost every single day for the past 2 weeks. This is the most rain I've ever seen in August. My grass is overgrown. There's still water on the grass, even though it's like well after sunrise. Usually we don't have water, it all evaporates, but there's nowhere for it to go because it's so humid. Walking through my lawn is like walking on a wet sponge. It squishes and water will rise up out of the ground. It is awful. So you're going to see a garden that has been absolutely decimated by the rain, but I'm going to show it to you anyway because that's how I roll. Honesty, right? Okay, so let's get this started here. Alright, so first I'm going to show you, there are weeds everywhere. So this is a mess here. This is my spearmint. Just awful. I do have some exciting stuff on my fennel. Let's see if I can find any here. There's a little caterpillars around my fennel, little parsley worms there. So that's exciting. At least we got that going, right? My butterfly pea is actually loving this rain. It's taken off. It has a whole bunch of flowers on it, some of which I'm going to have to harvest. This is my basil here, and you can see that that is also blooming, and that needs to be pruned back because once that starts to flower, if I leave it be, it's going to get bitter. So I am super sad. I have a hollyhock back here. It's dying. It looked great a week ago. Now it's just like, nope, we're done. So too much rain. My tomatoes are also dying. They have become subjected to bacterial wilt, which is usually spread through raindrops. So yeah, that's why I usually bottom water my plants, but you can see my zucchini is doing all right. It is absolutely covered in powdery mildew, but it's still just keeping on. There are a couple zucchini in there I need to harvest. Cucumbers are doing okay too. Although there's some bugs in there that need to be dealt with. There's a little cucumber there. I know there's a bigger one in here too. Yeah, look at that big monster there. Yep. So, gonna need to come out and pick my cucumbers. Peppers are also doing okay, although they've kind of flopped over in the rain. They're still producing wildly. Mostly my banana peppers, which I have too many to know what to do with, but I do have a few jalapenos in there as well. And I'm starting to get some flowers on my green beans as well, so I might actually get some green beans. I have a pumpkin here. I doubt it'll actually do anything. I just kind of planted it on a whim. This bed is mostly fallow right now. I just kind of threw pumpkins in there. What you're seeing that's dead here, or dying I should say, is actually my parsley. That's intentional. I am trying to get seeds off of it so that I can replant the parsley seeds in the same bed. And then of course my perpetual scallions. Scallions never die as long as you harvest them appropriately. Asparagus is full of weeds. Strawberries are full of weeds. Apples are actually doing pretty well, but they've got all kinds of like funk on them. Because again, I can't spray them. Anything I would spray them with would just get washed off right away. So that's not helpful. You can see my little lady apple is just absolutely... I mean, it's all the way down to the ground with the weight. So that's hopefully we'll get something out of it. Blackberries are done. What you're seeing here is actually the first year canes. So all the new growth that has come up this year, that will bear fruit next year. The stuff that made fruit for me this year is already brown and dying back and will be cut back. One bit of good news here. I have lots of hips on my roses, so maybe I'll actually get some rose hips this year. I did not last year. Stuff in pots is doing okay. It gets more drainage, of course, being in a pot. You can see this little guy, the prickly pear that I bought this year, is like tripled in size. So maybe next year I'll get some fruit off of that. That would be exciting. Over here on this side, weedy mess amongst my chamomile and savory. That needs to be weeded. My annula has flopped over. My Angelica has flopped over. Oy. Catnip back here behind the chair is doing okay at least. Marshmallow is also flopping over a little bit, but this I think is more because it's seeking the sun, because it's kind of under that redbud tree. So that tree is going to have to be limbed up over the winter time. Look at all these weeds. Oh my god. I gotta watch my step through here. This is my pennyroyal, and the wasps love this stuff, so I gotta make sure I don't step on any of them, because I will regret that. Comfrey is doing its comfrey thing. That plant is unkillable. Valerian is also looking pretty nice. I'm probably gonna harvest these two this year, and then I have two little volunteers that seeded themselves back here amongst the weeds. So those are going to replace the plants that I have there, so I can harvest the roots off of those. This is, oh my god, it's such a mess back here. That's my peppermint. Sorry, the heat pumps are on. It's going to be a little background noise. Peppermint is overgrown like crazy. And then, let's see if we can get here. Oy, oy. Okay. Pond is doing okay. Had a bit of an algae problem, but it's clearing up now. And then here's the one thing that actually blooms in August. That's my Hosta plantaginea, which is actually a really nice old-fashioned hosta that those blooms are fragrant. So that's it. That's the mess that I've got going right now. Let me move back away from these heat pumps. Alright. So basically I got my work cut out for me over the next couple weeks. If it doesn't rain, then I'm going to be spending a lot of time out here cleaning up this mess. I'm not looking forward to it, but it is what it is. So anyway, hope this video finds you well, and I will see you again soon.